Welcome back to Workers and Resources. We're back in our republic. Hopefully this time actually starting up the alcohol and food production in our republic. We're waiting for our rail construction vehicles to get to the train station. And we're also waiting to build the train station, but everything else appears to be in place. What we have to do is set up water purification for the area. So we will need a water purification plant crewed by workers. And we need to set up the sewage system as well, which is going to be a little bit, well, not demanding, but time intensive to build. The water purification system is quite important for this town, so it will be accessible by footpath and by bus stop. We will bring the water first to our residential buildings. We will run trucks from here instead of getting it from Hellas. And hopefully the sewage system can be built relatively soon. I am realizing that we might need multiple sewage pumping stations again to get up to this hill. I believe we might build... I mean, a long sewage pipe would be ridiculous, right? This would take 37,000 work days. We will have our connection for a sewage discharge on this side, I believe. And then we have to cross this road somewhere. Which the game won't let us do, because we built the road too close. Well, I guess then the sewage discharge will have to be over here. With the footpath connection out of this corner. Hello, Ozen. Welcome. So that will be the sewage discharge that we have to connect to. This village can have its sewage connected to that as well. I don't know if there's any other one that should go to this. Maybe hooking up all of our villages to sewage system would be nice, but doing that across the map is kind of labor intensive. That would be the sewage connection for that area. This would hook up into a different sewage switch. I am wondering how we are going to get over here. I don't want to dig a lake to dispose of the sewage. We do need running water in this area. We do need running sewage system. Autosave. Ooh. Takes a while. So this sewage system we can build. Any other sewage connection has to go into this switch. And I don't know, but maybe we'll hook up something to it. This switch will deal with the sewage coming from Volunceava, and we have to get it to that switch. I think we'll probably try and bring the sewage pipe up to here and dig through a bit of mountain. So we come out on this side, and then we can make it to that sewage switch downhill. So we'll need electricity towards this area, so that we can pump the sewage uphill. I don't think I have the time right now to dig a sewage pipe throughout the mountain. So I believe we will be on about the same height as the road here. And we'll start our sewage setup from here. 95, so slightly above 80. Should work. Maybe a little bit too low, let's try that one. They should also be turned correctly. Let's try 81. Nope. Let's try 82. There we go. Is there a maximum pump height meter? Well, it's 15 meters. We're using the largest pump. So apparently we will need to use 13 meters to give it a little bit of extra slope to get up this hill. This one is at the maximum height. I think we will have to drill through the mountain here, but not all the way. So I believe we can do an 8,400 sewage system through here, and then try to stick to the elevation to not make the rest that expensive. Something like that. And this one will change because I don't like this. So this one will have to go downwards here and then hook up back into the sewage system. I think that pipe is okay. We'll build these. We'll have to start this one. We'll assign all construction efforts onto this sewage pipe, because that is basically the one that will take the longest. And the rest shouldn't take that long. The rest will be multiple construction tasks for multiple sewage pumps that we just have to do one by one. So we're at 82, so 72, 67? So 69 would be the correct number to go for in this case. And then we go from 69 to 59, 54 plus 2, so 56. 56 minus 15 is 41, plus 2 is 43. And then we're getting to the point where we're at the bottom of where we need to be. So this is the last pump that we kind of need, I believe, because then everything will be down here in the ground and we can just pump it up. And we have to find electricity for all of them. Maybe have a temporary road crossing for the pipe builders on the 4-lane highway. I don't mind them turning around in the intersection. Maybe I do. They do have a turnaround here at the switch, so they can turn around there. Shouldn't be a problem. Get all of that queued up. Lots of construction to do. We will still have to set up electricity. We'll need 2 substations. Power consumption of these sewage pumps is 200 kilowatts, so 0.2 at maximum. We have 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So 1 megawatt for both of them should be fine, meaning that we could hook them all up to the same electric supply, because there's nothing else in this area. So we could do a medium voltage switch splitting up into 2. Distributing the electricity among 2 substations, and I think that's what we're going to do. And then our 2 substations to the new sewage pumping stations. One, I guess we'll just put across here, so these footpaths will connect to a road instead. And then one more up here. Okay. Three pumps per switch. It's 2.5, so we'll just split it up into 2 1 megawatt wires, and that should be enough. Okay. That should be giving us access to the ability to pump out sewage out of this area. So we'll have a switch that connects in here. The sewage pump is probably way too deep, but better safe, I guess. The sewage switch that everything will connect to will be in our food factory area. So yeah, that's a little bit steep, I guess. Didn't need to be that deep. I mean, I could still change it, right? 43 to 37, so 10 meter would be enough. We're at the lowest ground. I'll just leave it. And then these ones will need water and sewage. They are connected here right now. Water production consumes a lot and produces a lot of sewage, thus it will have a larger pipe. There's just options here. If we need to hook up something in this area, we can hook it up to this switch. We have two options to go further down up the town, and yeah. In the beginning we'll probably just run the industry with sewage and the water will be brought here by truck. We have to set up the sewage first. But we can already start the water production. I think I'll just drop a big water well here and not care. This one would probably also be enough. Big water well is overkill. Yeah, I want it here. I want it in this area. Not far away, just here. We can run two of these, I think, with one large pump. Hello, Talon Grandmaster. Thank you very much for the follow. Not sure why my chat is so delayed. Let me see if I have a more responsive chat if I go to Twitch itself, because I can't see any new message except for Tresextan. By the way, hello Tresextan. Hello Checker 101. Thank you for the follow. Seems like Stream Elements is lagging a little bit behind. But it is playing follow messages, I just have to read it really quickly. Okay, so that seems to be working. I am going to try and get to... Where is it? There it is. Okay, now I can see it. Alright. We're good. We need a large pump, because then we can hook up to 2 water wells to it. Yep, good day to you too. I activated the activity feed in OBS and now I can see things even if Stream Elements doesn't show me in real time in the chat. We'll be fine. So potentially I want another water well here at some point. That means the pump will have to move. Depends on if this area will have the demand for water or not. I'm just going to put it in place just in case. Pump would be here, gathering up the water from both water wells. And pumping it into the water treatment plant. A water treatment plant will need chemicals, which we have in the warehouse. Just need a dedicated truck for it. Bring it from the warehouse to the chemicals to the water treatment plant. And then at some point we'll set up the correct water distribution, but for the time being it will basically be trucks picking up water here locally for the water supply until we have the sewage system set up. Except for the area down here, this should have running water, I think. That means the police station would have running water too, the fire station and the vehicle repair station, so that could generate extra sewage, but it's not in our residential area. I think this one already has to be hooked up to the water distribution. There will be a pump going out of this, from which it will pressurize into all the areas. I don't think I'm going to split it up between industrial and residential. It's all going to go through one pipe. We should not have more than 150 cubic meters of water consumption in total. Maybe I can find a place for the pump that is not right in an area where I want to maybe place more housing. This might work. Maybe we can place a monument here or something. The industrial area I don't think needs another switch. We are going to use the pumps as switches anyway. And then we have 1 to 2 going up to this area and 1 going to this area. So yeah, I think this is going to be our water network for the production of food and alcohol. Waiting for repairs. No resources. We should also bring steel here, otherwise it's not going to work. Steel is kind of useful for vehicle repairs, I heard. So let's consider that and bring in some material. I forgot about that. Wait until unloaded, go. Valenciava Steel Repair Station. I click cancel. God damn it. Station. There. Save. Just finished watching your VOD from yesterday. I learned that game really doesn't like train fiddling. Yeah, I mean, we are running a lot of trains. Sometimes it crashes because of it. But our network is somewhat extensive and very... I mean, every train is like running all the time. Few trains are waiting until loaded or unloaded, no rail distribution office. In general it works fine, but sometimes there's these days where things just don't want to work nicely. What's going on here? Train. Yeah, I guess this area is getting a little bit busy with the vehicles and trains running through. Okay, the rest should just be sewage downhill. Nothing else here. This one will need a footpath connection as well. That needs to be built first. Rail construction is going pretty quick. The trip here is the slowest bit, but at least they can build about 150 workdays of construction every time they get here. So it might coincide with the construction of everything else. No guarantee though. And we're saving up the crops now, not exporting any anymore. We'll have 2 farms full of crops available. And we need to get producing. That probably also means we need more people, basically, because the current amount of workers is not sufficient to support a fledgling industry. Let's see, we have about 510 workers for this, 3 times 170. Plus another 300, so 800. We need about 800 workers to run this at full capacity. That would mean 10 of these buildings would be 750. Each of these buildings has a heat water tank of only 5, so we would require 50 cubic meters of heating. And I don't know if anything else is like available to deal with the increased capacity. I assume we would be fine, but of course we will also need a few extra workers. We're gonna start with 5 extra houses and see how it goes. I think. It's not too bad. Water, sewage, heating and electricity are all connected. And yeah, just need to get it set up. About here. About here. Wait for the construction. This one we'll have to see if we need it. And here, I mean, probably a waste storage and hook that up. Oops. We'll let the footpath connect like that, I think. Let's see. We might have to hook up a proper storage for the waste locally and then run it with dedicated trucks instead of using our technical office for that. But I don't know yet. Seems okay. We'll filter out biological waste just because. And see how it goes. You can reach the houses, so I guess we don't even need that extra waste storage there. I mean, we can use it to recycle maybe plastic or metal scrap at some point, I guess. Should be enough. They can deal with that, and you can deal with the other two houses that I just placed. I mean, there will have to be more waste storages for sure. We should also consider the fact that we probably need another monument in the future, just to make the houses a little bit more attractive. Okay. Lots of construction scheduled. They're already on the task, so just let them do their thing, I guess. This is going to take the longest, so if this one finishes, please let me know. And we will allow, once it decides to allow it to bring as many workers here as possible, so we can speed up the construction. I wonder if I could consider turning off one electricity import again and have it as a buffer. Thinking of this one. We're going to try turning this off and see what happens. Everything still has electricity, but there's a lot more electricity running in now from this side, which is expected. It can distribute all the way up here, which also brings electricity to Kurasna, which currently doesn't get any more imports. But it seems like our power line does the job. It's like at slightly over half capacity. So the new power line bringing electricity from the coal power plant is doing its job fine. We also have electricity going down here. This brings more imported electricity, I think. I don't know what our total consumption is. I would need to get all the customs houses and calculate it, I guess. This one is disabled. Deactivated. Do we only have one now? Excluding the Eastern Customs House, I think we only have one power line now. So we're importing from this side, I guess. About 13 megawatts. It's quite a lot. I don't think our power plant could deal with the electric consumption of our Republic. At least not with the current network configuration. Plus, if this ever stops working for whatever reason, then the supply of workers will also stop because they're brought here by electric trains. So some import is necessary until we have a distributed power network with maybe multiple power plants. Yeah, most of the electricity is still imported. But it's paling in comparison to our tourist income. Let's also tell the construction officers in Segadoara to help with construction in this area. Like, bring some workers to these construction tasks that are important. Power line, etc. Let's make sure the fire station has access to everything. It does not. The switches and the substations should not be able to catch fire. So maintenance should be possible. Firefighting is not. But I don't think these things can burn down. I'm not sure about the sewage pumps though. Can sewage pumps burn down? Because if they can, that would be catastrophic for our ability to survive. Why is it that? Okay. That is your limit. Well, I guess it is what it is. Could have another fire station here for the main road, but I guess we'll just find out if the sewage pumps can burn down or not. I don't think they can, but I'm not sure. Because that could pile up sewage really, really quickly. And basically kill the town in one go. From one unsuccessful fire being fought. Okay. Footpath here. And the water purification. Important. What about fire station with helipad for a single fire rescue helicopter? We would have to build that somewhere else because we don't have water nearby. Luhasisk could have that. I don't think we can get that with one research. I think we need 2 researchers to do that though. And then would be kind of a high investment cost. We need air traffic study, which unlocks the control tower that we don't need, and then we can get fire helicopters. Would be nice to have, and something for next to Luhasisk. Price-wise, it doesn't really concern us, I guess. I don't know if the river is actually large enough to allow the scooping of water, even. Then it still has to fly over here. So I don't know. I do not know if that one would work without like some terraforming. And we can't really terraform that river, it's way too pristine, right? Gotta keep it in its shape. There are forest frogs along the river, so we can't really terraform there. It's a natural habitat. But the supply of workers here is pretty good. As long as there's no fire that lasts too long, the electric trains should keep running. We do have a fire station in the vicinity, so any transformer or even the power plant, if it catches fire, it should be extinguished so quick that the existing workers presumably can get the trains back up and running. But there could always be the situation that the work shift ends and then the fire happens and the trains just stop right before the train station, etc. Could be multiple things. Trying to go pray inside Hellas. Well, enjoy. There are some attractions over there that you don't have here yet. So that should work. But yeah, today's goal, if I didn't already say so, I think I said it, get the food and the alcohol production up. Not sure we can do it because I might have a shorter stream today. I didn't think I would be streaming, but I managed to get one in, so we'll see how far we get. I think planning wise everything is in place. The only thing we need to switch over is the water pickup from this area for our residential buildings. And in the future we still have to hook up the water and the sewage up here. Sewage first, of course. But everything is in place for that. We just need to bring it up to the switch, or down to the switch rather. Yeah. Overlapping sewage systems. Everything here is covered by a brown line indicating that sewage is connected. And we'll have some extra workers. As each house comes online, some 21-year-olds without their own flat will be able to move in. And hopefully capacity-wise we're correct with what we have built. Police station, yes, already running at full. I think I'll up the shopping center to 20 out of 25, just to provide more space for people that move in to work here. We'll have another gallery of art, providing some attraction opportunity in the area. Oh yeah, and the other thing we wanted to consider was a road from Tabovina to Volonusiava. I did see a path already here. This isn't too steep. Probably this road. Or this one. I think the residential area should probably be kept away from that. We'll come out here, go through there, turn around. Probably. How far can we go? Pretty far. And then it ends. No terraforming vehicles in this area. Well, no bulldozer. Okay, a road should go through this and basically through this area, following the terrain somewhat. And then it'll connect into this road. Okay, still have some flattening to do. I mean, we don't really have to flatten too much. It's okay if it goes up and down a little bit. But there are some kinks that I would like to smoothen out, because they look a little bit too silly. Like this one. And this one. And this one. Okay. That would give us a road, and then we can run the bus route to Wolanseava instead of to Segadoara or Hellas, whichever way we're going right now. Harvest is running. Very good. All field roads have been upgraded to asphalt, it looks like. So that one is done too. Excellent. Prefab panels are missing, which is to be expected because we're building a lot of sewage pipes, so the import of prefab panels will lag behind a little bit. I'm building a lot of them at the same time right now, which is okay. Get everything set up to be built. Sewage pump is ready. They're all ready. Need the electricity, need the pipes. Once the sewage is running and we have running water in this area, we'll be fine. Oh yeah, and that sewage pipe also needs prefab panels. That's fine. Hopefully the extra pollution from this area won't move into Luhasisk. Seems like we're doing okay. I mean, we do have an emergency team in case the train doesn't bring workers here anymore. We're constantly bringing workers by prison bus. Even though it's really annoying with the line spacing and everything, but they are bringing workers here. And not too few. So if all 20 workers stop working in the power plant, it'll take a little bit for the prison bus to arrive, and then it works again. My god, this line spacing. Just let me add a bus end station. This is ridiculous. Crawling around with 30 kilometers an hour. Oh well. Probably a reason for it. Maybe prison buses are naturally slow, because transporting people and all that. But I don't think so. Why is this not being built? Please, continue construction. Okay. Cargo train station also being built. Fairly large building, lots of resources needed, but not too expensive or too many resources necessary, just a bunch of gravel and concrete, some bricks and steel. I mean, I could let 2 or 3 buses run again, just to put some extra workers in this, and maybe I should. We still have them, right? No reason not to. Hellas University. This was like super early configuration of bus routes, so we load uneducated workers first, then we load anyone to fill up the bus. And then we made sure we let some people out again, just to have people at the station, but I think this is pretty much pointless these days. And then we transport it to the iron mine. And we'll let 2 buses run, which will be an extra 130 workers, potentially. In addition to our cableway station. Every now and then. Should reduce unemployment a bit more. A little bit more flat, but still not quite good enough. Nope, that was the wrong way. Doesn't want to flatten the way I want it to. Oh well. Too many buildings too close. Well, flattened it a little bit. Still bumpy, but it's an industrial railroad, so it's fine. You don't need to notify me about anything anymore. We do have enough coal, definitely, with trucks. Even if the population goes up a bit. We'll wait with the residential buildings. I'm not going to accelerate their construction by hooking up a dirt footpath. I think that's unnecessary. We could theoretically probably add waste storages in between all of these buildings, right? No? It's too narrow? It's too narrow. Well, that's unfortunate. But we could add small waste storages here, and then use the larger waste storages around to filter and recycle. Because the smallest waste storage can only hold mixed waste. I wish we could set them to all except one type of waste instead of just mixed waste. This footpath is further away than the other one, so this won't work. But yeah, we could have a waste storage here. For mixed waste only. Just to extend the capacity of the area a little bit. In case we run into problems, maybe. Yeah, train station's almost done. Groundworks. After that, just some concrete, steel, bricks and boards, all of which we have plenty. And then we'll have our train station, and the construction trains could theoretically move through. Tunnel digging is halfway done too. Only 4,000 workdays left. We could increase the priority to bring all workers there, but they'll figure it out. We still have time left with all of the road construction ongoing, etc., so no need to be that dramatic about it. And the game crashed. When I pressed F3 again. I had the signal selected and I pressed F3, and it crashed. Last autosave 4 minutes ago, so not much happened, I guess. I wish we could find a reproducible case of that. Seems like it's always when I press F3. But I don't know. Don't think I did anything. I don't remember. Except place small waste storages. I did go here, turn off the warning system, and then place some small waste storages that I didn't connect by footpath, so they didn't really matter yet. So yeah, I guess we'll just let it run and I press F3. Let me select a signal and press F3. No. Seems fine. The train here was complaining about not being able to move backwards, but I think it's just It just needs to go through the tunnel and figure out that it can go here to go back. That should be correct. I'll leave this as... I'll make another signal. About here, I think. Okay. Some extra signals for the smaller trains. As they should be. Unable to... Okay, so 222 people complain about crime. 65 people can't get culture. I think that's probably in Tavovina. Some of them at least. So yeah, that bus route going to our new town, probably a good idea. Should let me know when it's done too. It'll take a while because it's all one construction task. But same as the long sewage pipe, this one can take as many workers as we can throw at it. So let's set it to maximum number of workers to speed up the construction process a little bit. At least we don't have to drive the mixed ways very far, because the incinerator is not right here. So that one is not a problem. Construction-wise, I think we still need the flattening vehicles here every now and then. I'll move them over into the depot. That means we can free up the road cargo, the road depot here. So they'll stick around here for future terraforming once we need more residential buildings and the like. And finish up the road construction through the mountain at some point if we need it. What a junction. Yep. That's a steep tunnel. Didn't want to have more electricity here. I think that bit of tunnel we can deal with. Still 4,000 workdays though. I assume our grain silos are gonna be over half full after harvest season. Still plenty to go in the fields. So quarter full, over a quarter. But yeah, all of those crops will go into food production. If not this year, next year. Should definitely work. And we'll run the food and distillery at like half capacity. The distillery run probably a little bit less than that. It depends. And yeah, we'll see that we can keep our storages filled with a dedicated train hauling those resources. Probably two, one train each. It can probably be a mixed train for food and alcohol. 80% food, 20% alcohol, and bring it to all of the residential sites, which is Hellas and Segatuara, so not many right now. But they do act as nodes for all the other villages to pick up resources from, so they do need constant supplies. And they wouldn't wait until unloaded, just bring it constantly, and then turn off the imports from the customs house. Okay, what are you doing here? What the hell? Why are you driving? Oh, I know why. Nope. You are all going to get deactivated now. All of you are going to go to the scrapyard. You have done your job of paving everything in this area. So now it's time to stop with that. Coal price going down? Sure. Oh, construction done successfully. Scrapping the equipment is a little bit premature, but yeah, we'll just buy new trucks. It's fine. I think we might need a centralized vehicle storage where we can drop vehicles into that should get recycled, instead of having them all drive manually to the scrapyard. I think that would be a good idea. Could probably set it up in Tapovina, which isn't too busy with traffic. Have another stop here for a vehicle storage. And then a train waiting to load them and send them to the scrapyard at all times. Would probably work. I think there's enough room for it too, between the depot and the refueling point. Then we could have used our existing vehicles to test it, I guess, but some other time, I guess. This is for refueling. Okay, we'll get that set up, and if we ever have a large amount of vehicles that need to be scrapped, we can send them to this depot, and then a train can go here and always wait to pick it up, which we still have left over. This one basically, which brought all the vehicles back from the Eastern Customs House. So we can keep doing that strategy. Okay, road construction ongoing, very nice. Outer lane, meaning we will get a lane in for the long trains. Farm 1, Farm 2, Farm 3 probably. Then we just need the exit, which it can build through, so that would work. And hopefully the other train construction gets to the area soon too. People can walk onto that construction site if they want to. What's the line spacing for that route? 120 seconds. With 3 buses is overkill, but it's also safe for winter. Little bit low amount of workers in the heating plant, I guess. I did increase the amount of workers going to the shopping center. Kindergarten. People aren't working in the kindergarten. I'll increase that to maximum. Kindergarten is important. And please send workers there too. Otherwise we'll have 14 workers who can't work because of lack of workers in the kindergarten. And that does add up. More houses. Got 140 people waiting to move into a flat. 2 houses would be 150 flats, so yeah. Currently keeping up with population growth, but not for very long. Sewage pipes are ready. Meaning this one is already emptying itself out. No more sewage truck necessary. Not sure about the water. I mean, we could put a water tower up here and supply it to a multitude of villages, I guess. If we pump the water from the water purification facility up to a water tower up here, then the water pressure by itself would deal with a lot of demand of all of the smaller settlements. But we only really have 2 of them here. Also, this one is a name tag that we don't need. We have Ljuhasisk and we have maybe Ljuslav in the area. Segadoara makes its own water. But pumping the water underneath the river and back up here. I mean, you could do that, I guess. Philippius could also receive water as soon as Ljuslav receives water. And Somaska would maybe get a water tower from Hellas itself. I'm considering making a water reserve on top of a hill of like maybe a few thousand liters of water, tons of water, cubic meters of water. So in case we have another water shortage, I could just go and turn it on, and then it would last for maybe a month or a few weeks, where we could try and make a correction happen. Or preemptively get a truck that will haul the chemicals in green. Since I can't assign the stop yet, but I do not want to wait and want to create the route, I'll add the warehouse twice. It's almost up. Just 1 or 2 more deliveries of steel, depending on what vehicle we get. 2 deliveries. And then, yeah, we'll have our water purification plant ready to go. Just need the water well and the pump to supply water to it. And then we'd be ready to go. This area here, this looks like a very good farming area. There is oil in here, so maybe a farm with some oil fields could be doable. Could also be the area for an oil refinery, but this is prime real estate for farming. Not much terraforming needed. Not a lot of rocks in the area. There's one. There's a few more, but yeah. Lots of open space. And not too far away from our food factory either. But we'll have to see how much we actually need with the current farming. We probably need way more farms. And Tapovina does have a 3rd farm that can be hooked up 2 more fields. We just have to do it at some point. And I don't feel like doing it right now. I thought you said you would have access. Or was it this one? This one. So yeah, just one goal this stream, I guess. Working towards it. We'll see how far we get. Would be nice if we could have the trains come here, create some food and alcohol and distribute it to the settlements, and then turn off the the import. I do not know if we have enough crops for it. Next stream we'll probably have to realize that we don't have enough and we need to set up the other fields too. I will assemble a train for hauling food and alcohol. For that we will need boxcars. 17 meters. I think we'll go with 6 boxcars, 5 of them food, 1 of them alcohol. And then see what train we can make. I will get another train to leave the shunting train be. I guess we're gonna go for color scheme blue. Let me get the rail construction office so we can also build the train line to the new vehicle storage area. There shouldn't be any vehicles left in the storage for more than a few weeks. We sent a lot of vehicles to it. The train should be hauling them away, come back, haul more away until it fully loads again, but doesn't load so full that it needs to go to the scrapyard right away. We'll be told to wait until unloaded, pretty much. Let me do a quick check on the waste storages of Hellas. Okay, we're at 50% because we have 2 biological waste storages and one of them is almost full, so 50% is okay. This one is fine too. Well, seems okay. This one could have an external storage, I guess, but we didn't plan for it. And a small container storage doesn't matter. We need large containers, skips. Because it produces quite a bit. Let me check that I removed the last stop at the depot from the bus route. Because I don't think I did. Now it will work continuously. They ran the route once and then moved back to the depot because they were told to. Once the water purification is set up, Luhasis can also pick up drinking water from Ulunseava. But we do need the pump for that. Before that it won't work. Nope. Volunseava. There we go. I need to edit the route instead of the vehicle. Wait until unloaded chemicals. Our gas station is set up, so we can change our refueling trucks over to that one now, in preparation for getting rid of this gas station. I think fuel consumption is probably much lower now since the construction tasks are almost all done. We had a lot of construction vehicles go here because we built up all the infrastructure and then built a bunch of buildings at the same time, so a lot of construction vehicles were able to move, consuming a lot of fuel. But then again, the western trucks do take about a ton of fuel each on a refuel, so I guess it's not that little what we have. People can walk down to this building and work there directly, so this is also okay. Just missing the water pump and the water well, and then this should work. And we'd have running water for our food factory distillery setup. Sewage is still pending, but most of it has been built. I think it's just the pipe here. Less than 2,000 work days. I think this is the last bit, the rest is all set up. Without power supply, okay, we need to hurry up, or, well, tell them to help with the construction of these substations. But the rest is done. Check the construction office again. For maintenance, everything appears to be in range. They can't go through the tunnel or do anything else over there, but they can access all of the pumps, which is nice. Six workers in the fire station is a little bit low, but we are bound to have a few more workers soon. Oh, our population went down to 121-year-olds without a flat. Something seems to be not right. We have some starvation again. 12 people. I think they get on a train or something and try to go shopping in a different town and don't get there in time. Also 222 people who can't do sports. Something is weird. The inner city train might be causing a few issues. That seems okay. Sport enjoyment seems fine. Seems all okay. You are very low, but that's because our indoor pool area is basically shut off during winter. So the tourists really have to get onto the metro and find another location, which they should be able to do. Let's check the metro. Definitely room. Definitely room. Construction train waiting too long. Oh, right. Maybe I shouldn't have sent out that train. Okay, it'll figure itself out. Hallo, die Metro ist aber eine Mod, oder? Hello Dignus. Metro is all standard. Metro is all default. I don't have any mods. It's all default game. This is 2 Metro cars hooked together into one. So there's 2 Western Metros. Metro Paris. Available from the west. This one. It's 2 of them. 450 people times 2. Way too much capacity for what we need, but yeah. I thought one would look too small, so I went for 2 of them. And it looks okay. And they don't use that much electricity, so it's nice. Electric trains use a lot. Up to 2.5 megawatts per acceleration for our current trains. Let's see if we have one here. This one's leaving right now, but yeah. It's gonna accelerate. This one uses 1.8 megawatts on acceleration. And these ones are the more modern ones. They use more... No, they are also 1.7. I thought they had a higher rate. I guess it's 1.6 megawatts instead of 2.5. 2.5 would be a lot. Still, they eat about as much as the highest underground medium voltage wire, so quite a bit. But once they accelerated, they are running at like less than 500. 250 or 260, I think. Depending on if uphill or downhill. This one's going uphill right now, so it needs more. And then 250-ish. Just to keep the speed. We do have 1 spare research. No idea what and if to use it. What to use it on and if I should use it already. I think I'll just hold onto it. Residential building almost set up. It will fill completely, and then the second one will have to wait a little bit. So we'll have 75 extra workers here. 25 more workplaces occupied. I don't think we'll need to send out another bus. I think the 3 buses will do an excellent job. Even during winter. Should be enough. Passenger train stop is up, in case we need it. Maybe will do, I don't know yet. $450 work days left for the sewage pipe digging. Laying the sewage pipe goes really quickly because we can use a crane and some workers will finish that quickly as soon as we have the prefab panels delivered. Electricity also shouldn't take too long. Groundworks are done or being done right now. And then the last bit is just 1 full bus of workers and we have the building set up. This is the bit that will take a little bit longer, I think. Because it's also little few construction tasks, one after the other. Once this road is finished though, I guess we could make this footpath dirt to get it built quicker. And start running our water purification a bit earlier. This one can pause construction, I don't need that, and same for the pipe. Just need 1 pipe and 1 water well right now. Then we have pressurized water, and then pressurized water for our factory / residential area. Residential area pending. Oh, this one was the one that used 2.5, I think. Yeah, this was the one. This is the engine. I bought that one from the east because it has the highest amount of engine power, and that one eats 2.5 megawatts. More than 2.5 on acceleration. Passenger trains are not that demanding, thankfully. Okay. These ones have low priority, but they can already be built. This residential building can take a little bit longer. It's fine. So yeah, I think our factory will run next year. We do have extra workers now. We're almost done with the water setup. We're assembling our train. We need one more train car, please. For alcohol and 5 times food. I guess having 2 different resources will be a little bit of a problem. Should be fine. So this one will only hold alcohol, and the other ones will only hold food. And then we can tell it to wait until loaded with food and then load alcohol after. And hopefully we have enough alcohol produced and sitting around. But alcohol production should not be the concern. We can set a warning message if we run out of alcohol and then adjust the production. This train is now 99 meters long, plus another train car. We could add more, but yeah, we'll have a not completely fully length food and alcohol train right now. Might add some more train cars in the future, if the transportation of food is insufficient. And it might be. Food is one of the resources that is consumed the most. Our factory should be able to keep up, but only if we have at least 50% workers. And I don't think our town can provide that right now. But we will be growing our town and seeing if we can match the demand. So instead of the towns pulling themselves their resources with one train going everywhere, we're now starting the concept of having the resource producers push out the resources to where they need to go. This one loads food until fully loaded. And then it'll load alcohol however much it can find. Alcohol is not the priority in this. Alcohol is like a warning system in that it will start screaming if we run out of it. But I don't want to wait until loaded with alcohol. It should not prevent the food trains from moving. And then I guess it'll alternate. 223 tons of food is not that much. I think we need more train cars. We are at 116. If the train cars are 17 meters it was? Maybe they were 16, 15? Depending on the length of the train cars, we could get 1 or 2 more. These ones, 17. This one holds more. 17 meters. So 133. Would that be exactly 150 what we can assemble in the depot? I think so. Or more trains. More trains would also be an option, yeah. More trains would be an option. I don't think we have a train end station here. But the idea of having 2 trains running is probably better. More trains. Could also lead to more traffic jams. At some point our rail network might get overloaded. Oh cool. We have the connection. Now we just need to build out of here and hope that we can basically connect. Then we can run our first train, bringing crops to the area in this case. I should also set up the other rail construction tasks, because I didn't do that yet. I'll try get 2 more wagons for full capacity. And see if we can assemble a train to that capacity. I think it was a power fluctuation here. Saw some lights flicker. This one is getting pretty busy. 1 megawatt. What wire do we have here? Autosave. It's complaining about red at about 1 megawatt already. Wait, is this a blue one? So this one's already at capacity. Wow. Okay. We have to upgrade that wire. I think we have another connection. No, we don't. There's an above ground one. Yeah, I guess we'll upgrade this wire to a 1.45 megawatt one. Temporarily deactivating one of the other wires. What wire are you? The smallest one. And now it's definitely running at capacity here. Okay, so we might also have to tear down this wire and replace it with an above ground one, and then use a higher capacity wire here too. This would only interrupt our mining, which isn't that dangerous. But then we can have two 1.5 megawatt wires each to deal with this area. Sewage pipe is done. That means our sewage trucks should be out of work, at least over here. And this should empty out by itself, which it looks like it does. If it's like less than 0.6, it's pretty much guaranteed to empty itself. We will know once the food production starts running, and once we start hooking up running water to the police station, fire station and heating plant, because then the water consumption is going to go and shoot up. And it shouldn't take long until that actually happens. Okay, let's get a crop train, farm 1. Should be this one. No more customs house. Gotta check what the waypoint actually was. There's no production yet, so it can go here, wait until unloaded, and it'll wait in the station. It can't leave yet. We still have to build the train lines for that. It might get in the way of the rail construction of this section though. But I assume maybe the construction train gets there first. I don't know. And then this waypoint is over here. Which is fine, I guess. I'll pick the other side. Tabovina grain goes to Volunseava Food Factory. And the waypoint will be changed. We'll always stop here. First grain train. Going to our own food production line. It's not producing yet. We're still waiting for the water. But this will definitely be the test to see if the sewage system is actually up and running. And yes, we can get the full-length train. Cool. Train cars. More food. I think one train car with alcohol is enough. Can you rename waypoints? Good question. Oh, we can't select it. But can we select it from the list of lines? Tab Arena. This one. This one is obsolete. No more export. Also, there's an extra space in there that needs to be removed, I think. Waypoint cannot be renamed, unfortunately. It's just a line renaming. These waypoints are not renameable. Might be a good suggestion, though, for the Discord. Okay, the other construction train might already be in there, so one of them will have to move back home with some assistance, if that's the case. I don't think the construction train is here yet. Guess we'll have to cancel that one until we actually reach the construction site from this side. We'll pause that and send the train back home and start building in from this way, and then build all of the connections from here. Yeah, you can move. I also need to set the train stop. It did pick the right one because there's only one available. But you're supposed to always use that line, because that makes sense. This line is done building, so yeah. You can enter and wait at the train station. Unloading will take a very long time because the train is way too long for the station. The first few train cars will unload very quickly and then the rest will have to wait. We'll allow some workers to walk onto these construction sites to help a little bit. Can't do that for the pipe, but presumably we'll get some workers here soon. Maintenance-wise, we could also do the maintenance with local workers instead of picking them up at Segadoara. It's probably a bit more useful. Too many workers. One more delivery of asphalt. So many workers. Priority increase for that one, please. And allow workers to walk onto these construction sites, please. Okay, heating plant has priority. Please solve that issue of insufficient heating if possible. Or are we not able to do that with a large heat exchanger connected to 3 small heating pipes the way I thought we would be able to? complaining about low temperature, for sure. Maybe this setup doesn't work as well. Or maybe we had the heating plant not fully staffed since a while. Okay, more workers here please. Heating plant, thank you. The heating plant should basically be full. At least it's not going negative or something, so... But we might have to build that large heating plant to replace this one in the future. There we go. Heat pumping station going up. Heat exchanger going up. At full capacity we should have enough, but it's already struggling. We're only at 113 cubic meters. Doesn't like this setup apparently. It's climbing, okay. Maybe it was just the low balance of workers that was causing problems. I mean, workers should be able to go to the fire station by themselves, which probably many of them are doing. So the priority really should be on the heating plant. Last construction phase for the pumps and the well. Water sewage network. I don't know how they would do it in real life. If they would dig through a mountain, probably not. Maybe a tunnel, I don't know. Okay, long road has been built too. That means our bus route, taking people from Taborina, does not go to Segadoara anymore, but instead here. Much shorter trip. 8 buses are probably going to be fine. I don't know how the road clearing is going to look like. But yeah, instead of having to go all the way to Segadoara, we just have to go to another closer nearby neighboring settlement. Sewage treatment probably? Sewage treatment for what? I said something and I forgot what I said. Okay. We'll have to micromanage these vehicles. I'm not gonna go ahead and try and fix those signals. We're just gonna do that stuff as they arrive. Pipe is done, just those 2 buildings. Heating is fine again, now that we're supplying enough workers by bus to the heating plant, so it does have, supposedly, hopefully, enough heating. Isn't there another building that doesn't require for you to dump sewage into river? You always have to dump it after. either sell it or dump it. But there's a water treatment plant. Sewage treatment plant, I mean. We use that for our chemical plants. Over here. Here is a sewage treatment plant. And when the chemical plants are running, they're making very highly polluted water as a result. And since I didn't want to dump that into a river right next to our village without treatment, we're bringing that into our sewage network that then dumps it here, which is next to Luhasisk and Segaduaha. So we're running it through the water treatment plant, sewage treatment plant rather, and it outputs water at 14% pollution instead of the 78% that the chemical plants produce. So a significant reduction in pollution, but you still get polluted water that you need to dump somewhere. Okay, we'll have to babysit the rail construction here a little bit. Because we brought a train here before the construction was all done, so rail construction vehicles are getting a little bit frightened with another train sitting here ready to run them over. Oh, one connection done. You are definitely not driving home. There's probably more trains waiting here in the tunnel. Or behind the tunnel. I'd want to build more tracks. It's showing green. Okay. Traffic jam, police car. That one? Really? Okay. Well. Where's stuff? Oh, you're still importing from the customs house, really? And that will not do. You will have to have a longer drive now. All the way to Hellas train station to pick up fuel. Customs house is fine and good. But since we don't have the rail construction office there anymore, you just have to drive over here and pick it up where we have a central storage. So maybe this gas station will have a few issues with fuel supply. Ideally, I think we want to tear all of this down at some point. We do have gas stations over here. So this one is kind of obsolete, I guess. So there isn't building with better cleaning effect. Maybe Better Tech has one? Nope. Those are the only buildings available. Sewage treatment small and large. The large one having a much higher efficiency for the chemicals. Well, much higher. It has a higher efficiency for chemicals. We did build a small one though. The large one felt a little bit oversized. This one does 165 cubic meters. And we just didn't want to put raw chemical sewage into the river. This one would have been a little bit larger, but much more efficient at cleaning sewage. Water pump done. I did not build power supply here. Really? Great. Always forgetting something. Okay, we need electricity. We'll get that one built, and hopefully then we're ready. This one can wait. We'll upgrade the roads to asphalt once this is set up. Logging trucks, I was waiting for it. That one usually happens at some point for some reason. They can't get repairs reliably for some reason. Construction train, you're gonna move back that way, please. Not gonna worry about oncoming trains. We got one line now for a small train to run through this area if it wants to. So I did say that these ones were for running through. This one was for being able to stay parked and wait until loaded, which is going to be our food train. Because it has to wait. And that might interfere with the delivery of passengers if we ever decide to use those to increase our production. So what we have to do is add another stop in front for the correct signal, which would be this lane. I think that needs to come back every time, right? Make sure we have a full cargo hold of resources. And then it comes back. Trying to load again until full. Trying to refill whatever it spent. First alcohol, first food. Wait until full, then alcohol, and then unload at Segadoara. And we currently have food and meat trains waiting here until unloaded. Maybe it would be better to set those up to pick up the food and alcohol from this area. They are basically becoming obsolete that way. It's not quite clear yet if this will work. We might have to make one large meat train and then 2 food trains. I don't know. Right, that one hasn't been built yet. Send some workers here directly to the construction site. Maybe we can get it done a little bit faster. Shame. I was assuming we would already be running production right now. But I did forget about the electricity for the water well. Yep, there's a train waiting there. You can still go ahead and build the train tracks, please. Should be able to leave without me doing anything. You can also keep building. And you can move. Okay. And that one is done too. And you can leave through the new track now. So we don't have to send you home either. And you can move. Resource train. Okay. You're trying to refuel and you don't want to leave after refueling because why? Because this is not set up correctly. This is standing on the section which is blocking the other trains from leaving. So if we remove that signal, there you go. Right? Still red? Where are you trying to go anyway? Should be able to go. We'll remove this signal too. Oh, no, no. Why do you want to go there? Why? Move. Stop. Move. Those trains. Okay, hopefully that will fix it. Wait, let me take another look. Those should be mixed. Yep, they're correct. You're also correct. Yes. And the same issue could happen here again. Yeah. We'll have one outgoing lane and one incoming lane, so if two trains want to leave the depot after repairing, they don't get stuck against two other trains in this area. This is only possible in one direction as well, so those signals are basically not necessary. And then we need a signal here, because this construction just finished recently, and we need to send out our train. Police not arrived in Kurasna. What the hell is going on in Kurasna? Maybe the police car was getting repairs or something. Oh, that's a very old police car. I think we're gonna replace that one right now. Both of them. Let's go to our depot and set up the recycling train. Load any vehicle, whatever we drop into that storage, and bring it to the scrapyard in Kolata. So if we send vehicles to the scrapyard, we can send them to the vehicle depot. And we don't have to drive through Hellas anymore. This one has electricity, but not the water well. One more delivery of lumber, one delivery of electronic components, and we have our electricity built. Hopefully fairly quickly. We could start the production with like the water that is already present from truck deliveries, but I think we'll wait. We also have to set up the technical office to pick up water from over here. Can you tell them to drop sewage into a sewage tank? I don't think so, right? No. That would have been nice, but no. Need a sewage unloading station for that. You should be able to leave. Okay, there might be another train on that line. Yep. Okay, you can't leave. Well, you can leave that way, I guess. 3 more tracks on that side. The other side probably has an equal amount that still need to be built. And we should be ready. Oh no, this one. Okay, yeah. 4 tracks here. But then we're ready. You can ignore the train standing around and build. No. No, no, no. Why? Well, then you will have to wait until we build the exit and let the train run once before you can continue construction, I guess. I don't know why you wanted to build that from this side. I guess it makes sense, because this section of track is missing. Yep, ignore the signal. This is all one direction, so signals don't really matter that much here. Oh, we're building that way now. Fancy. Maybe build that a little bit too close. Now we can't get any signals here, which will interrupt trains from leaving the area. This is not ideal. This is actually pretty bad, because I can't have trains waiting here now. Okay. That one. That one. That one, and can't have one here. Oh, saw a green dot. Okay. Nope, we're fine. Everything is fine. We're good. It's all going according to plan. Come on, let me turn those signals around. Need to be able to build those from both sides. Oh, nice. Finish that construction. Okay. This is the entrance for short trains. Please give me the rail construction office. We have some rail construction to assign. I'll cancel that one. Build it through from this side. That would be better. Substation is done. Just waiting for some workers for the power line. 3 or 4 workers will be enough. And then we have our electricity and we get running water. We can load water from here now. Do we really want to transport sewage to Segadua? Well, I mean, yeah. We don't want to make it easy to transport sewage in our case. This... Who's bringing workers here? Mars. 51 workers for 23 workdays, and they're unloading. Excellent. You have electricity now, and you're producing water. We have purified water. That means our food factory and our distillery at 30% right now, can start running. We'll schedule these roads to be upgraded back to asphalt. And then I guess we will stop forcing people to go to specific buildings and let them also go into the industries. And tell maybe 2 extra houses to send workers to the bus stop. Let's see if that balance is about right to start with the first food production. Well, it is making food. So production is running. Now we just need the volume. We have the option of increasing our settlement locally, which I'm kind of worried about because of the heating situation. It should be enough to have a lot more houses, but it was complaining. If we're also taking workers away from this for food production, I guess we will leave this as not sending workers to the fire station anymore, but keep the heating plant filled and then send all the rest of the workers to the factory. And we're gonna go for priority food, not distillery. Probably also need signals here. If it will let me, I guess it won't. Oh. This is gonna be too close, isn't it? Not gonna be able to have a signal on that one. I guess that's gonna be a drive-through lane then, for passenger tracks. It's gonna be a bit weird, but should work. Means we have 1 fewer tracks for small trains. Or at least those trains will have to wait until the front of them is clear. Okay. Waiting on these ones to get built first. That is not okay. I want to build them now. This is definitely not enough production for supplying our settlements. As I said, we need about 50% capacity on the food factory. And the amount of crops stored here is also probably a little bit low to act as a buffer, but as I said, we should have up to 3 trains standing around here, constantly providing new crops. We'll see. Maybe in May we can check how much we produced, and then compare it to our consumption and make a decision. We could definitely help to reduce our import by having the train already run. But then we would need to change the other trains to hold less, I guess. But yeah, this area is running water. Sewage is being disposed of because of the sewage pumps and the sewage piping to the river. Pollution is 33%, which is somewhat high, I guess. What do we have here? 52%. Okay, so it's cleaner water than our people are making. They are generating a bit of sewage here. So apparently they have access to running water through maybe this building? No. I don't know why they... Or maybe this one has access to... Oh yeah, this one gets running water from the police station. So we have to build a new sewage pipe now. Make sure that the settlement is also hooked up to this whole setup. Sewage piping down here. Probably another sewage switch here, just in case. Then we go downhill. Here. Into this one. Yeah, that should deal with the sewage from that area. And once that is in place, we can bring running water to the settlement up there as well, to hook them up to the same network. But we'll see. Not urgent, because we have water production close by and they can just bring it up there with a truck for now. Build that one. And that one is left. Okay. Then we should be done with the train lines. Maybe we have to make an optimization at some point if we need another stop here, but I think 3 trains occupying this side with crop deliveries, and then we should be able to balance our demand for what we can do on the other 3 train lines, even if we're missing 1 signal. Shouldn't be that dangerous. Or require that much throughput, rather. Okay, then all rail construction is assigned, I think. If you can go home, which you can, then the other trains can continue their construction. And we're set up. We'll bring in the second train. I'll copy that name. Sorry, not from there, but from the route. From the grain storage, not to the customs house, but instead this way, here, waiting until unloaded, and then back to the silo on the inner lane, so that one. Let me change the bus route, bringing people from Tabovina to Valenciava in both directions, because Tabovina does have a culture building. I mean, Valenciava should have too, but maybe they'll enjoy visiting each other's buildings, I don't know. No workers though, just passengers. I'll leave this set up for longer trains, I think. Do I? No. No, not really. We do have the capacity to hold all long trains in this area, so shorter trains should be fine. Those signals probably interrupted the construction over here, unless I get it fixed. Okay, we'll wait until the other rail construction is done. I don't know if they can enter here. Did I already change that one? No, that one's also set up correctly. Okay. This one is one way. These signals are like that. It's May. How much did we produce last month? 75 tons, which is not a lot. I think our consumption is a little bit higher than that. 280 tons per month. Need more workers. Do I bring workers here by train or do I expand the area? Decisions, decisions. I mean, the area has a lot of room for expansion, but I do think we need to set up a proper heating plant. Because we might have to change this. I guess we'll have to see what happens during winter with the heat water tank. Right now it looks excellent, but it's also 16 degrees outside. We'll expand with what we have and hopefully it doesn't collapse. We'll go for more houses, sticking with the current design. Presumably those buildings can reach everything still. Let's make sure that is true. Yeah, as long as they reach everything up here, including the bus stop, they can reach everything. So we can expand this housing quite a bit. That's 4 more houses, plus a few more this way, I think. I don't like that. Let's redo that. This should be better. An extra 5 houses. Let's see how we do. Slowly start developing this area to have more and more houses as we go along. Probably need waste storages here. all too narrow. Oh, there's enough room for more waste storages over here. We got at least the food production running. Now we just need to expand the amount that we're building, that we're making. If we get up to the level of what we are consuming each month, then yes, we're fine. Not sure if that's going to happen though. Okay. Time to change these signals again. There we go. And that should be this area set up. If I didn't forget any signals over here. It's all set up except the one that we can't set. I mean, I could try and rework the train line to maybe have the other signal too. Should have done that before I placed everything. I assumed that we could get a signal here, but I was wrong. Let's try this one first, maybe. I wish we could put it on the train station, like we can on tunnels. Oh, got it. We got a signal there. Then we can use all of the lines however we want to. This has to wait here until we know which area is free before the train decides where to go. That makes sense. Probably time to bring the other train here and start getting loaded. Not really able to do what we want to do with it yet. But we can have it run and reduce the need for importing a little bit. Which will throw our measurements out of whack, but so be it. Come on, you could have overtaken that vehicle. Are you kidding me? Why are you creating a traffic jam here? Well, now you're trying it. Silly. Okay. Basic traffic signs. We still need to set the residential area. Did I accidentally change that here? Where's the village entrance? Maybe we removed it accidentally. Okay, that's our settlement. Speed restriction 60. And we need the same for Valenciala. Okay. Hellas North has electricity issues. Oh, there was a fire. Probably the reason for that. $312 tons of food. Maybe each settlement will have its own food train, and then the meat train would be one that is shared between all cities. And then we basically combine another food train together for an extra settlement, get the 4 meat wagons, and continuously bring meat everywhere. Until we have our meat production set up too. I don't think I have the room for another factory. Especially not the capacity, I don't think, worker-wise. Yeah. We'll build these houses, and then next time we'll have to check if our heating capacity during when the temperature is 0 degree, if we're still over 60 heat water tank or not. Then we can decide on building more housing or not. Or if we have to get the large heating plant set up first. And if we have to get a large heating plant, then we would have another train line go off of that. So there would be a train line going here into an unloading station for coal, and the coal would then go into a heating plant. And those signals could be then moved back a little bit. I guess we can do that right now. At least for the areas where we already know how long the trains are. Did you just empty out? No, we just got confused because of the signals. Well, that's fine. At least we know what the trains are doing. This internal storage shouldn't need to be that large, but I think we'll switch food and crops around to have more capacity for holding crops for now when the trains are running. I don't know. We'll figure out what's right. Once we have 3 trains bringing crops here, then the food storage can be increased again. It would be producing quite a bit of food each day, and that storage would fill up in no time. If we were running at capacity, but we aren't. drop another monument here. 70 meters search radius out of this one. I don't think this house is going to be covered. If I drop it here. Could be more housing here too. Probably not a bad idea. Some more housing setup, a little bit less density, but that's fine. Segadawara heating plant. Well, it's 32 degrees outside, so I think your heating is reliable and we can turn off the message for you too. Until we regret it. And we'll turn it back on. Okay, you did not have the waypoint anymore, apparently. Grain storage 2. Oh, did mess up the signals here. That's why you didn't know where to go. Back to the grain storage, please. Sorry about that. And you are also on the wrong path. Because yes, I removed the signals and then the waypoints were gone. You have to go to the grain storage again. And pick your correct lane. Maybe speed up construction. Do that. Get the foot house built and then the residential buildings in one go. Crime 300, unable to enjoy culture 114, low government loyalty. I don't know if we can see the low government loyalty because it's probably inside a village somewhere, but let's take a look. Oh, it's pretty low over here. That's very low. Unemployment, etc. If you go here, you should all go to the metro, not the bus platform anymore. Even the students, I think. Yeah, everyone. And tourists too. But there shouldn't be any tourists here. No, tourists, not tourists. Tourists are fine. So we do have some unemployment over here, because apparently they can't find work with the metro system. And it's affecting them a little bit more than others. We do have 110 21-year-olds without their own flat again. So in general, if an area has an issue, and these ones have it too. What is your problem? You're assigned to a lot of different tasks. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh, that was from the rebuild. I think that was from when the town collapsed, and we never changed it back. You can go work wherever you want. Bus platform. Nope, go wherever you want. No more bus platform. Orphanage, bus platform. No, we have so much unemployment you can go wherever you want. The bus platform appears to not be a reliable place anymore to go to. Because we have a metro system. So if we send people to a bus platform, they can't go to where they need to go, because apparently something is not working. Korosna, workers logging. Do we really need to send workers there for logging? Sure. Inner city, old town, inner city. Why do we have two of those? Oh, it's Klibriosk. Got it. Lyoslav, Klibriosk into Hellas. Sure. We could unload them next to the metro, I guess. Okay, that is a concern with the rail network for longer trains. That is definitely what could happen. Okay, then we can't allow trains to go out here, because they might be too long for this area. If they wanted to go through the junction. And same thing for these. Hopefully that'll resolve it, and it doesn't happen anymore, but it could happen in different areas, so... The longer trains need to be paid special attention to. I don't want to give them anything else, I don't think. Unless I have to. Yeah, setting up longer trains is a chore. Travel distances are not that long. And the refueling was so annoying. And it would probably be easier with an end station, but then it looks silly if a 450 meter train disappears in an end station. Ideally I could set them to go to a refueling point to refuel, where they would stay the same length. Okay, this will take a while before you're actually able to leave because of all the other intersecting traffic. That's not an easy task. Raska Old One, the tree on top of the mountain. We got another peak here that needs a name. What is another name for a hill? Nashomo. Nashomo. Let's look up some synonyms. Peak, height, elevation, eminence, prominence, Sierra. Sierra. Sierra Nashomo. Let's do that. $26,500 people, so another 1,000 people away from another research point. Probably not going to get that with just Valenciava, but at least we're getting closer. But yeah, as I said, this is going to be a shorter stream today. Only 3 hours, but I need to take a break. I'm gonna get some food and I will have a race later today. Need to prepare for that a little bit. Mostly by eating food and getting ready. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back on Monday, very likely, after work. As always, wish you a good end of the day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening. Take care, all the best, and as always, maybe I'll see you next time.